Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. Oh, Gil's here. Hi, Gil. Good morning. Looks like Teresa popped in earlier. She's going to watch later. Thank you, Teresa, for popping in. So I just got home and gobbled down a couple hard-boiled eggs. So I'm kind of ready. I thought that today I would kind of follow in the footsteps of Murray from the Murray Autier. Good morning, Ange. In that Murray, well, everybody that streams, I think they have, in my opinion anyway, a routine or like a game plan or a way that they run their stream. I guess I have one too. I don't really think of myself as really having one. I kind of just pick out something I want to do and then just do it. Murray does quite a few things during her time with us when she's on live. And there's a couple things I wanted to do. There's Laura. Hi, Laura. Happy Sunday. Oh, that's a cute flower. So there's a couple things I thought I'd like to do. Hubby went looking for pine cones. I think that's yesterday. Oh, I think these are Christmas. And last year, you may remember that we were on the holiday tour for our community. And so Hubs really had the place looking like, if we threw up Christmas. Good morning, Peggy. And so he's decided to do that again this year. So he's thinking about some newer things to add. So he bought some garland. It's just plain garland. So he wants to decorate it with pine cones. So he went looking for, oh, look, you can see, oh, that's mine. I just don't want my tummy in the, I don't want my tummy in the shot. So he's going to be putting some pine cones in this plain garland that we purchased. And I said, can I steal a couple of those? So I was looking at pine cone stuff, and there's a couple of cute ideas. So I'd like to do a couple of pine cones as well today, but I wanted to start first, I think, with this. I did this the other day, and this is going to be a little tuck-in for one of the journals that I've created. So it's one of those coin envelopes that we messed around with a couple of weeks ago. Oh, look at how much glued together. And Kellyanne was here, and she brought me some little white ones, but I'm using this bigger size that I have. Not crazy about this. To me, it's not even a manila color. It's just this yucky yellow kind of color to me. But see, you can do things with them and jazz them up. I'm sure most of you know this. And of course, you can glue them down and use them as a pocket. But I just decorated the front of this however I felt. Added a paper clip so the flap stays shut, and loaded it up with, goodies that the individual who might end up owning the journal can use to embellish their journal. So I just wanted to do at least another one of these, if not two. Good morning, Vale. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. And then it's not going to take too long, I don't think, to throw one of these or two of these together. And then I'm going to work on a pine cone. Thanks, Laura. And hopefully make a gnome, a holiday gnome, or just a plain gnome. Doesn't have to be holiday, but I'll show you what I mean once we get there. So I'm going to just dig right in. So today I pulled out some of my stencils, some different stencils than I used on the one I just showed you. I've got some of my distressed oxides here. I might use this stamp. I was using that in a journal. So we'll just say I've always got lots of stuff sitting around my desk. So a few of you have asked, I was talking last week about having, you know what, I have a new camera. Thanks to my mom, some money that was left to me, I purchased a new camera. It wasn't terribly expensive, but it's supposed to, now I've got it up on this little arm. It's supposed to adjust the light. So I haven't, the tests that I've done, I haven't had any of that pulsing. So praise the Lord for that. And yeah, so I'm hoping that works out and that you can hear me hear me well, and that everything looks, if something doesn't look quite right, let me know. I don't think I'll know how to adjust it, but I should be able to Google and find out how to do it. So, so a couple of you have asked, last week I was talking about we were having 15 people for dinner. Well, it turned out, somebody had to work late and this happened. Somebody had something, only a few ended up showing up, which was fine, especially for me. Lovely people. We had a nice dinner. And so that all went well. So yeah, I was all nervous about nothing. It was fine. Of course, I was on my own turf, so that helped too. All right, so I'm going to decorate both sides of, at least a little bit, both sides of these coin envelopes so that I can just use it as a tuck-in. Now, you may want to do something similar. You might have a pocket in a journal or want to create a pocket in a journal. And so I'm going to start with this. I don't know what you'd call this stencil, but I'm going to start with that and just put some color, start putting some color down. So the first color I'm going to use, well, you know what? Let me start lighter. This is really light. This is dried marigold. So let me start with this. So I'm going to use my little colored brushes, and I'm just using a brush that's kind of in the same family as the color of my brush. And sometimes I go into the wrong box, but it's all right. So that one you can't really see too much on the color envelope this is. Does anybody know what they call this color? I mean, do they call it manila? This is Rusty Hinge. Love Rusty Hinge. So I'm just, wherever I want, I'm starting to just add a little color. And then I'm going to go darker and a little deeper, still in the red kind of family. And I'm going to put on some crackling campfire. And I'm going to try to get that around. So yeah, they call it manila? Okay, thanks. So this manila colored envelope, just like those craft color papers. I don't know how they came up with that either. So you can maybe see a little bit there where that, what was it, marigold is. And then, of course, you can see the darker colors. Going to flip it over. I do this little bit of the same on this side. Now, these little stencils are great, but a lot of times, of course, they're too small for a lot of what we might work with. So something like this, it's really cool because it kind of fits right on there. And it's just kind of nice. Now, I was chatting with Jacqueline, of course, the other day and decided on this one. I did this one. Of course, this is a holiday one. And I don't know if you can see it. I just used one color. I did spatter, but then I used some textured paste, which maybe if I go like that, you can see it. I thought I was using regular white texture paste, but apparently I have a sparkle texture paste from Tim Holtz. So this side I didn't put the paste on. So, hey, Joyce, good morning. So, that's kind of cool too. But of course, it takes a little while, and this ended up drying clear, really, except for the sparkle. So, basically, get out your stuff. Maybe you don't remember all what you have. Dig through some of your drawers or your storage spots, because I always forget what I have. I'm a little more visual. If it's right in front of my face, of course, it's easier, but we don't all have space to leave everything out, right? So that can be a problem. So I'm just going around that rusty hinge, kind of just deepening that a little bit. So this is just giving me, oh, look, see, I didn't get any over here. I want a little bit over there. Let's see if I can figure out. Doesn't have to be exact. This is not going to be my focal point, so to speak. All right. So I like that stencil. And this is another stencil that I really, really like, but I think I want blue on this one. So let's see if I can grab some of my blue colors. Let's see, what do I have? Blueprint, I see that. Tumbled glass, that's a little lighter. Okay, so, and I might knock the camera because I'm all wired here and I've got everything in a different tumbled glass. Hi, AJ. Nice to see you. Love the stencil. Oh, thank you. Have we met before? I'm not remembering. If I did meet you before, I'm so sorry to forget. I'm trying to do better. But thanks for coming. Thanks for popping in. I think I'm going to use this in a little bit. So now let's switch to the blue. And I don't remember. See, I take everything out of the packages. I don't remember whose stencil this is either. But you can see they've got bigger circular type and then more dense little shapes. And I like them all very much. So now I'm going to get my blue brush. I'm going to start lighter with my tumbled glass. Again, just starting to build up. Now I'm going right over the flap because I'm not going to glue this down. Going right over the flap. Just putting a little bit here, a little bit there. And of course, you don't have to do this. You could spatter paint. You could do paint strokes. You could just start in with some kind of a collage, some kind of fussy cutting that you might have laying around in a folder. Tissue paper, napkins, just get something in the background to then kind of spring off of. All right, so now I'm going to go to my blueprint sketch, which is one of my faves. And I'm just going to use my same. Now, I wasn't paying attention because I was yapping. Yappy, yappy, yappy. It looks like that might be there. I did it better on the other one because I left my stencil down. But like I said, it's just a background, so it'll be fine. Right? Ooh, see, look how cool that looks, huh? I like it. I like it. All right, this one here, these kind of look like, I don't know, like little kidney beans or something. Or to me, it looks like maybe a little like little fairies live in a forest, like a little forest wall or something like that. I think this is, I don't know, well, oh well, we're going with it. Hey, there's Judy. Good morning, my dear. looks like oh, it does, Judy. Sea turtle skin. All right, so that's what we've got for the background. So that's cool, right? I'll just leave these here. And let's see, I pulled out this little stencil. I don't know. I think this is one of the ones, if you go to the Dollar Tree, back in their craft section, they have those wheels that have maybe 6 or 8 different stencils on a wheel. Well, it's hard to store the wheel. It's a good size. Not crazy about it. I don't like all the things that are available on the wheel. So I think this is one that I whacked off the flowers. Just whacked them off. So let's see. I'm going to put this flower on. Oh, yes, that's lovely. And then I'm going to put one down here, kind of half off the page, a little bit off the page. I always like to do that. And then I'm going to flip it. Now you could come back in certainly with, see, now this is what I don't like to do. So be aware of this. I wasn't paying attention and my brush went over the edge of my stencil. So I have a dark line there. Most people are not even going to notice that. But as a creator, I like to be more mindful of where my brush is going. And I wasn't then. And I'm going to come back in this corner. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put that away and get out my crackling campfire. And I don't know how well these oxides mix. I think you're supposed to be able to layer them pretty well. Hey, Debbie, good morning. How are you today? Okay, and I picked up a little, I think this, I don't know how I did that, but it's all right. Let's get off of the page here. Now I could come back in with a Sharpie or a Posca pen, and I might do that. I don't know yet. I'm picking up a dark. I don't know how I'm doing that. I guess that's the edge again. Now I like to mostly follow the odd rule, put 1, put 3, put 5. I've got 4. I'm going to live with that. I'm going to live with it. This almost looks like a graffiti wall, huh? Let's go in this corner. And in this corner, we have a crackling campfire floor. Okay, so I'm trying to make coconut yogurt. Here we go, talking about food already. But I wanted to know if anybody, now not in my Instant Pot, this girl, I found this article where this girl she just does it. You just sit it on your counter someplace warm in your house. Has anybody ever done that? Like, I'm going to look her up and see if I can message her. Because she said that it could separate and then you just, can drain off the, what would they call that part? The whey? Is that the whey, the liquid part? And you could use that in your smoothies. So mine's already separated. It's only been just 12 hours. So I'm a little excited about it. I think it's working, but I don't really know what to expect. It doesn't smell bad, which it's not supposed to smell bad. It's supposed to just be tart, but this is supposed to be a really easy way to make yogurt. All right, so I used washi tape on my other one, which I kind of liked. So I have it right here, so I'm going to use it again. So I'm just going to, hey, Kel, good morning. What's Judy say? Mindful, funny. My eldest brother used men's hairspray one time, got out of the shower, and did not realize that his wife had set a can of bug spray near the hairspray. Oh, no. That sounds like a scene from a movie. All right, now I'm going to be putting other stuff around this. That got a little close to the top. Maybe I'll trim that off a little bit. Where's my little... Oh, all right, baby. All right, maybe I'll just tear it. Huh, the dog's in?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, I can't find my bone folder. But you could add extra little glue there if you were concerned about maybe that lifting up. So I'm going to put that down that side. And I think this one I'm going to go around the middle just to be different. Give us a couple of different options. Oh, it almost met in the middle. Now, I'm decorating from this side so I can fill it, fold my flap, and whoever ends up receiving it, can just dig in there. That got a little crooked. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so now I like to use cheesecloth and little stick-ons or flowers or cutouts. You might have your own like die cuts. Like I know Teresa's at church. She's not here right this second, but she loves die cutting. So she always has a bunch of things prepped, I'm sure. And, you can include anything, right? I'm just looking around to see what I have handy that I can put on there. Now, I love that piece of fabric. I do have some stamps. Let me pull out some stamps. And I've got some words that Peggy gifted me. So I'm probably going to use some of those. You can see here on this one, I used, well, maybe you can't see it, dynamite, fabulous, and journal. And I have a hard time opening cans. I'll use my little pokey tool to give me this little can I found in a charity shop when my son and I were in Europe. Ooh, love it. Love it. All right, that one's purple. Looks good. Don't know what it is or what it says. That coloring on that one kind of works. Let's see what else I got in here. I know Kathy Cow gave me a bunch of old stamps. Oh, I think this was from Kath. These here. Her mother-in-law, the house that she is living in now in Missouri, was her mother-in-law's and their family. And she's got a ton of cool stuff that was in that house. And she shared some with me. Very generous, that Kath. Very generous, our Kath. Okay. Oh, this one I don't think I'm going to use. Let's put that back there. So now the real trick will be to see if I can get my glue to squirt out when I want it to squirt out. All right, so now I'm going to dig out my storage box that has a lot of my purchased cutout goodies to see what I might be able to. I've got so much stuff and a lot of it is buried. But I'm thinking I want to use some of these flowers. Let's see, that other one's kind of blue, right? Am I blue? I forgot I was going to sing Come in, come in, and act like a real goofball this morning, and then I didn't do it. Oh, I like that one too. All right, so let's see. I think a couple of those might work. Of course, we could always put on Timmy People. Oh, it smells like my husband made popcorn. Oh, these are cute. Some of these are stickers and some of them aren't. Let's see. I'm not sure if this one's bigger. So I know a lot of times it's a little maybe annoying to dig through and see what you might have available that you can use and put together. But in the long run, I think it's a good idea. And then you get to use some of your stuff. I do want to put a little fabric on, but I think I want something different. So I'm just kind of winging it. Wait a minute, I have to see what Peggy's saying. Oh, I think this is mostly like Halloweeny stuff. If that's a word. Is Halloweeny a word? Yeah, bones and brains, and he might be cool. Specimens. Prescription drugs. Let's see. Let's see where some of this takes us. Bum, 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 bum. And then you've got the chipboard stuff. Remember the now. Lost. See the world. Oh, I have a travel one. Shift key, that's cool. Now, of course, you want to keep in mind if you're doing something for a journal and for a tuck-in, you may or may not want it to be too thick, right? Let's get out a couple little people, just in case. And that's wallpaper stuff. I might want some of this stuff to then tuck in later into the envelope. So I'm going to keep this little storage box right next to me here instead of putting that back up on the shelf. And I think I'm going to need a couple of stamps. All right, so let's see what we can do with this mishmash. Peggy said she has a boatload of postage stamps. If anybody needs some, please message and she'll send some. Well, that's very kind. And they're great to have in your stash for sure. All right, so let's see. Here's my glue. Let's see if I can get it to cooperate. Now, this one that I did was silly. I put this stamp under the flap. I thought I had it the other way. Well, I don't want to do that with this one. So I'm thinking I'm going to put my stamps up here. Let's just see. So when I close that flap, what did I miss that Judy said? I like my belt did not reach a year ago. Now I have 4 inches of shedding. Alkaline food plan. I never heard of that food plan. But you're doing good, right, Jude? Okay, so we want to keep praying for our Judy. Judy, our little love bug. Okay, I'm just kind of overlapping these old stamps. I like the way they look. It's also nice if you can, if you're praying for someone, and it may not be an everyday thing, but I believe the Lord brings people to your mind, and it's nice to pray for somebody that the Lord has just brought to your mind. I mean, that's just how I do it. But if you have the time, shoot them a little message. Say, hey, the Lord just brought you to mind and I prayed for you. I think that just really encourages the person that's needing that prayer. All right, so I like these cutouts, but see, I'm not crazy about that outside edge. Now, somewhere I have a smaller pair of scissors. And in the past, I know that we've done this. Okay, you're due for a recheck in December and feel real good. Okay, sweetheart, December. All right, I need to remember that. Okay, Laura's back. Welcome back. And she's off to cleaning the whole room. We did some of this I might cut off because it might be fiddly. We did some, okay, help me think of it, Lord. You sprinkle the powder and then you put the heat tool on it. Oh my gosh, embossing. But I didn't use embossing powders. I used embossing glazes, and they're transparent and they're yummy. Yeah, thanks, Peggy. All right. And that really makes these really cool. I have some in storage somewhere. And fun to do. Of course, it is messy because you get that fine powder everywhere. All right, so some of these little tendrils on the edges, I'm cutting those off. Boy, that looks really cute that way though too, doesn't it? Maybe I'll just trim this one off. Now this white edge may not bother you, and that's good. That's fine. That's cool. I could ink it. I will ink it probably. But that stark white really, I think it's hard to kind of calm down, So how's everybody's week been? I hope you've had a good week. Ours was pretty normal. Okay, Ange is on her way home. My middle sister, Nancy, went back up to her lake house. I don't know if they're closing it for the season. They may be. I mean, they usually go up in the winter, too. Take care of some of the snow. But us girls are wanting to get together and have a sister's day. We haven't gotten together in a little while. There for a while, we were seeing each other all the time with, stopping in and seeing Mom and taking care of Mom. So we haven't really seen each other much. So we need to get a sister fix. Snip that off. And then I was thinking I might try to pop in on my grands and maybe drop off a little something for Halloween. We usually get a little treat for them for Halloween. They don't need any more candy, that's for sure. So I'm hoping to do that in the upcoming week. And this program that I've been following, I'm on, it's 85 days. They say 12 weeks, which doesn't sound like long. And then after you say, okay, I'll do it, you realize 12 weeks is 3 months. And it's very long. But I'm on day 70. Now, I haven't been perfect on it, but I'm still hanging in there. I'm still trying and still hanging in there. Peggy, I forgot to say thank you. I got my card. I'll message you privately, but I left it in the other room. I want to put it in one of my journals. Got a little holiday card from Peggy, which Peggy does such cool stuff. Cool stuff. And yeah, so I have a hard time saying I'm proud of myself, but I'm hanging in there. So I am proud of myself. And I've been truer to the whole April. Hi, April. Yes, that's true, Peggy. Very, very true. So I had a meeting with my health coach, and that was good. She gave me some tips and some things I can work on. Trying to punch up my protein intake. So yeah, so I feel good about that. I'm moving better, which is good. It's always a good thing. But I'm doing much better than I thought I would, actually. And even just becoming aware of, what was I reading my husband? I bought something. What did I buy? I think coconut sugar. I think it's a sign on the coconut sugar I purchased. And it said a fresh, something, they called it a fresh fact. And it was like, did you know that most, well, it didn't say most, I forget, I shouldn't really paraphrase. But the idea is that some of the foods that we consume are exposed to things we wouldn't even think they'd be exposed to, like radiation. I have to say that me, in my former days, thought people that did organic or made such a fuss about organic things were kind of, foolish or like weirdos. And I've come to realize that it's mostly about chemicals and pesticides and stuff like that really affect how our gut receives all that stuff and how our body is able to either, fight it or process it or whatever. So, I'm learning stuff. I'm learning. But, got to be open, right? You got to be open to new things, new ways to do things. So, yeah. So, I only got 15 days left. And then I can start concentrating on expanding, my reintroducing some things, healthier things. I'm not talking about the crap stuff, guys. I'm talking about, being healthier. And all right, so these, I don't know if these are stickers. Oh yeah, it looks like maybe they are. Oh yeah, lock stickers. And just home. All right, cool. So I think I'm going to put this little, I probably should add some glue. Not all stickers are created equal. If you want it to stay where you put it, add some glue. I'm going to add that right there. I think I want to stamp something on there. I have these, oh, I wish I could find that hooks one. Let's see. That says love. No, that says hello. It's a cute one. That might be a little small. I don't want happy birthday. Good times. That might be fun to put in there. I don't want to overthink. All right, now I need a little, I guess I could use that. A little stamping block. With a little bee. He's cute. I see some more small stamps that could go in this little container if I could fit them in. I don't know why. I have songs from The Wizard of Oz in my head. I mean, really. It's crazy, right? All right, that's a little... I don't know if that's going to... Oh, yeah, it might stick. All right, this is usually juicier. I bought the kind of cinnamon that you're supposed to buy. Organic. It starts with a C. I don't know. It's not supposed to have any chemicals or anything. It does not smell, nor does it taste like cinnamon. So that's what I find a little bothersome. Hello. I like to stamp off. I'm going to go this way. Stamp my little hello. Oh. All right. Because I'm going to put my flower this way, and I want some cheesecloth under there. I do believe. That's it. Yeah, Gail, you got it, honey. That's it. That's supposed to be, yeah. It does not smell or taste like cinnamon. So, like, to me, like, what's the freaking point? I mean, I understand the point is it's healthier and it doesn't have chemicals and all that jazz, but I want to taste the cinnamon. That's what you use? Yeah, I would like to hit 50 pounds by the time I'm done the 12 weeks. I'm knocking at the door, kids. I'm knocking at the door. So, I think I want that zhuzhed over a little bit. Now, you don't have to be as fussy as I am with this stuff. Okay, so I'm thinking in this area here, I want maybe some script. So let me do a little stamp of that. Now, I don't want the script to go over that way. So let me ink this side. I'm stamping off to see. I do feel better, not in all areas, but I am feeling some improvement, so that's good. So I was just talking with my sisters the other night. You know, I think we make the weight loss, thanks girls, the weight loss thing harder than it needs to be. And if you just start out with making some minor adjustments or changes, that you can stick with. It's got to be sustainable, right? So you can see here, stamping and getting 2 or 3 stamps off of that to kind of pull that look over the whole piece. Now this is not going to stay glued down, so I'm wondering what I can, maybe I could put this guy here. That would look cute there. I think that's a little too long. Let's get rid of that little end and see if I can. And then I'm going to use my beacon glue on this. And I did go off a little bit the night that we had our guests here for dinner, because Ron was making some things that I really should not have eaten. I didn't eat a lot of it. I ate a little bit. And I got to tell you, it wasn't as good as I remember. It wasn't as good as I remembered. So there's that, But I have to get a handle on my sweet tooth. That's my thorn. All right, so I'm going to use a little. Yeah, I think my taste buds might be dying. Whew. Because I feel like with the stuff I'm supposed to eat, I can put spices on, as long as I check the label. Because I think I was saying before, oh my goodness, there's sugar in absolutely everything. Okay, so that doesn't look bad, huh? That looks kind of cute. Now this is going to be the back side, so I don't need a whole lot there. This is going to flap down. Maybe a little bee there. Let's put a little bee stamp. Oh, he's lovely. Now, do I have at my little balls a little... Well, here's that. Let's try this. I'm going to try this little Posca pen. And I'm just going to go around my flower petals there and kind of make them look, I think, more, hopefully, more whimsical. So if you have a flower, you just go around like kind of scratchy, like, make like little scratchy marks. See if I can. So in the center, I'm just going to do that, like a little spiral. And then I'm just, oops, the envelope kind of moved. And then I've got one up here. Now, you may not like that. That's fine. See, I like it. So I'm going to do that. Maybe I should have done this before I glued that stuff on. Hindsight 2020. And then you could always write on here. Now I want to put some words on, some additional word. Now I have hello there, but I want to pull out my little tin that Peggy sent me. It's got all these little yummy words in here. Let's see what we can put. Thanks for the memories. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. That's a good tip, believe. Yummy. I have spinal stenosis, so walking and moving is not great. So that's another thing on my list to do, to see if there's something they could do to help me so I can get moving, better. I think if I get moving better and I want to go to Europe again, my husband will not have a leg to stand on, I mean, he wants to go. He doesn't really want to go. He doesn't care if he goes or not. Superb. Ooh. But he wants to be able to go see things and me to be able to move, Yeah, I've seen the online. Yeah, and I am moving better, so that might be something I can look into. I would love to be able to walk my puppy. Keen, I like that. Jubilant. Magical. Ooh. Magical, practical, and superb. Let's do that. How long is this taking me? Oh, not quite an hour. Okay. I want to have time to do a little pine cone. Doo, 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 doo. Well, my husband goes every day to the little gym we have here and rides a bike. So I might even give that a whirl, to just see how I can tolerate it. Now that I'm feeling a little better, it might be something to. Okay, so I'm trimming off some of these little edges. And then I'm going to ink a dink around them. Now, look, I'm just using stuff in my stash. Most of you, I would say, unless you've just started your art journey, probably have stuff in your stash. And if you don't, say you don't have these oxides that I have, that's okay. Use something else. Maybe you have inks, or maybe you have a stencil that you can just put your pen in and trace the shape, right? Maybe something like that. Or maybe you have a die cutter, so cut out some die. And yeah, I'm just not. I don't like to sweat. My bonus son Gary, he loves to sweat. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, Lord. Oh no, not me. And I'm not even really a girly girl. I just don't like to sweat. Nope. Okay. All right. What did I say? Practical, magical, superb. Let's put those there. All right. I'm just gluing those down. Hi, Candy. How are you, my dear? All right. Here we go. Try to get this. Oh, see, I keep forgetting to put the little springy thingy in there. Now I gotta see where the little. Doesn't take long for that glue to dry. Okay, so we're gonna go practical, magical. And it's okay if you cover up some of your stuff. I mean, that's all right. It's back there and it just adds to the look. I guess I'll forget the blue one for today because I want to load this up, put some stuff in here. All right. So, all right, let me put my glue. Little pin back in there. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you had an encounter at breakfast. I hope you can shake that off. That you hate for things like that to put a kibosh on your day, right? And so what day did you say there, Candy? Tomorrow. So tomorrow is Monday. Okay, Candy. What time you going, Can? What time you going to your ENT? At 2:47? Oh, while you're dizzy 24/7. Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to maybe set an alarm so I remember to pray for you when you're going. All right, so let's cap this up, get this out my way. And then you can put a little string or a little piece of fabric around this. Let's see what I have here on my desk that I can include. Let's see, I've got this little bag. Now, I don't know about you, but it doesn't have to be great stuff either. It can just be because everybody's stuff is different, right? So I'm thrilled if I get something. Oh, look how cute that is. What's that from? Pearl's Finds. It's one of Pearl's cards. Oh, yeah, let me put one of those in there. Oh, yeah. I put all kinds of stuff. Look at this cute little thing. They can be cut into tickets. Now, I don't know what journal this is going to maybe be a part of, so I'm just sticking random stuff. This could go in. I'm sticking random stuff in, right? And if you do something like this and you don't put anything too thick in it, you could really send this to somebody for Happy Meal for just a stamp. I know stamps are more expensive these days, but look, we could put in a little piece of fabric. And I did keep out my other, look, this is a piece of cantha. Cantha? Let me get my Kel scissors. These are fabulous. Kel brought me a treat. I just want a little bit. I used a piece of this on a journal not too long ago, a journal page, I think, or maybe a cover. Oh, I love it. Just cool little bit. Cool little bit. All right, let's put this stuff back in here. I'm going to add that little piece, that little strip of stamps that I didn't use. Pardon my reach, put that in there. Now I'm going to grab my I saw a yeah, this has little cards in it, little. See, these are cute. There's different sizes. I don't know if that one's going to fit. We'll see. Oh, there's a couple. We'll see if that fits. And I still have Timmy people out. Maybe I'll put a Timmy people in. Oh, look at these. Let's have a butterfly. Let's have a couple butterflies. So, like I've said before, you buy these things, you get all kinds of, you get so many, and you're never going to use them all. Now, this is Christmas, but there may be a word in there that's not so Christmas, right? Oh, close. And then where's my, let's share a couple of these things that Peggy sent me. These are all cool. That's cool. Joyful. Very nice. Beauty. All right. And we'll put in that little guy. Very nice. Okay. See, I would love getting any of this stuff, right? All right, so let's get this. Bye, Gail. Enjoy your day. All right, let's see if I can find something that's not. Now, I have other ones of these that are not Christmas, but oh, there's Wish and Frosty, Hope, and Jingle. I can make that work, I think. Holly, tinsel. Love, Saint Nick. Oh, here we go. Give and believe. Let's do that one. All right. It can be seasonal. Doesn't have to be. All righty. Now let's tuck this in. It's just getting it all in the envelope. Let's load this baby up. This one I'm not sure. Oh, he does. He does fit in there. Wait a minute. He's running into some opposition in there. I don't think we need two in there. We'll put that little guy. We'll put him over there. Put our words in. Drop our little fabric piece. Those tickets, they're cute. Put in pearls. Let's fold this guy up a little bit. Okay. Now, I could have put a little piece of Velcro or something there, but I'm going to use what I did before. I'm going to use a little Timmy paper clip, or you could use a regular paper clip. You may not have these little mini things. So let's use that. I'm going to clip the top. Now, what was I going to use? And then I like to wrap some kind of twine or ribbon or something around it. The sample I use the ribbon. But see, this is the end of the bottom of a piece of fabric, right? I'm just going to put that on here for now. I may end up switching this out, but this is what I have right here at my desk. I like it. Of course, I'm going to trim it. Now, this would look cute stuck in a journal for sure. Okay, so the back looks cute. You could certainly do more to the back. And there's our front, and this is the one I did yesterday. So use the stuff in your stash to make a little tuck-in. Okay, I don't want to lose that little stamp. Let's see if I clean up a little bit here. Now, I want to make a gnome with a pine cone. Make sure I'm not throwing away any good stuff here. Oh, I forgot to put a little Timmy person in. I can open that up and put it in. All right, get rid of my little bits. Don't you just love people who work with a clean desk and their desk always looks clean? Something to strive for. All right, so hubby went out and looking for pine cones. So we've got a couple different kinds right around us. Our neighbor right next to us, she's got pine cones that are more this shape. Look, they still have all the leaves and crud in them. But hers are tighter. So I think I told him, you should probably go over by the pool. They have, some that are really cute. Which are these guys. Look how cute this guy is. Now, when you shake them or bang them, this little seeds come out, which I didn't realize. And they do have, these little sharp things here. Oh, thanks, Ange. Amen. Did my camera just jump? Ay. This one, my husband said, oh, you took the best one. I said, well, I just took what was on top. Now, I don't know if this will work because I haven't done this before. So, see, like here, look, here's a little seed. Maybe I knocked all these out. But I got to be careful of those little, and they're hard. Those little spiky things, they're hard. They'll stick you. And then I took this one because it was all coming apart here. He said, oh, I guess I didn't notice, but I think I can use that too. So I've got a couple different pine cones here. Of course, 3 of them are the same shape. And then I thought I had some of these left. And look, I do. I'm going to use these for my gnome's nose. Now, years ago at Michael's, they had a section of like little cut pieces of wood, and you could buy little packages. And I sent a lot of them to Goodwill, but I did keep these. Now, I have a couple different sizes, so I don't know what's going to work today, if they even are going to work. I'm hoping they're going to work. So I'm going to keep a couple of those out. And you could use a little pom-pom. You could use a button, if you don't like, I don't have that wood stuff. Well, maybe not, but you can use a little piece of cardboard disc. Maybe you could cut out with your die cutter or something. And then I have little pairs of socks that I got at the dollar store for when I was doing my light bulbs. Let me show you my Yoda, my little Yoda baby guru or whatever his name is. So this is a sock. Instead of fussing around and spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to make a hat. So I'm hoping that this is going to work around the pine cones to make a gnome. So this is going to be the top of the gnome. I'm going to glue one of these wooden pieces on and pull the hat down. We're going to paint this like it was his beard, and then we'll see. I've got my glue gun plugged in, and so let's see how we make out. Now I'm hoping when I go to pull the sock on, I don't crush the pine cone too much. So let me move some of this other razzmatazz out of the way and give myself ample space. I'll put these away later because they go up above me. But for right now, they can go back in this, I hope, in this drawer. Not cooperating. That's better. All right, so I want something that's a little bit of a flesh tone. This is more pinky than flesh, but I'm going to make it work. This hydrangea pink, because it's right here. And then my white is right here. So that's really the only paint that I need. So let's see. I would like to find more of a fleshy. See if I can use this little. Craft a lunch, do do do, do do do, do do. I see it looks like some other folks have popped in. Welcome. All right, this is called Natural Buff. Maybe a combo of the two might work and give us a nice little nose color. I'm just wondering if that one that's a pretty good size. Maybe this is too small. All right, so let's see. I'm going to drag out my palette. This is really a trivet that I picked up at Goodwill. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that buff, a little bit of this pink, because God forbid Lori not have the exact color she wants. This pink is really, oh, here it comes. Just about empty. Let that stand upside down. You know the cinnamon brooms and canes that they have in the stores? I can't stand the smell. Stop. Oh, it does, Ange? Oh, maybe you're allergic to something in there. I like the way they smell, but they can overtake the room, just like some candles can, right? Yeah, it can be a little overpowering for sure. Now, I don't want to use that brush. They're too small. This one's a little larger. Let's see if this drives me crazy. Oh, wait a minute. I have one in here. I did finish up my painting project from Thursday. I didn't spray them yet, so I've got to get them sprayed. All right, so I'm going to paint my button noses here first so that they have a chance to dry. I don't really have to paint the bottom, but I'm going to paint around the side. And apparently I'm going to paint my fingernails too. Now, painting something little like this, it's hard to avoid your fingers. I don't know how many I'll get to, but I'm just going to paint all these little noses. And one more. Most of them are the smaller size. Of course, they're not all painted. I got to do the top. Now, I'm kind of rushing this a little bit, right? Hey, there's our Jacqueline. What a day. Aw, sweetie. She made it. She made it. Welcome in. Okay, let's get a little more. Candy had a rough morning, so we're trying to encourage her and get her to calm down a little bit. Gail was here and then she left. She was going on with her day. And I guess the rest of us are kind of just chilling. I hope you can relax a little bit. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. Okay, so once they dry a little bit, I'll see if they need another coat. All right, I'm definitely going to need a bigger brush. And I'm thinking I would like to have one of my stiffer brushes. Let's see. Now let's try these two. One's not really stiff, but let's give it a go. I'm going to put out some white paint, and then I'm just going to, I want the darkness of the pine cone to help me create maybe like a beard look. So I'm going to try to maybe try the dry brushing technique a little bit. Maybe not full on dry brush, but whoa, that's a lot of paint, Laura. I'm making 50 shaker cards cutting. Oh, yes. Oh, Peggy. Yeah. I think they look cool, but I'm going to just use this piece of paper, I think, because it's here. But I don't know that I could do a shaker card. All right, so this is my busted pine cone. So even if you have pine cones that aren't terrific, you could probably use them. So I'm just kind of taking a little bit of the paint off. And I'm going to do the whole front of this white. I'm not going in. I'm just going on these outside. Do you call these petals? Or do you call them something else on a pine cone? I don't know. I didn't really research pine cone terminology. Am I off screen? I think I was off screen. So I'm just kind of dabbing that acrylic paint on the pine cone. We'll let that dry. I'm tapping off a little bit of that. Now, I'm not going to go all the way around. I don't think I'm going to go all the way around. I think I'm going to concentrate on just the front side and leave the back dark. Now, I don't want to go inside because I want the contrast. Does that make sense, I hope? Now, probably if you're going to be handling this or giving this to someone, maybe you want to take little pinchers and get those little spikes off, because that'll nail somebody if they don't grab it. Oops. I'm losing some. I'm trying to go somewhat gentle. I'm not mashing it real hard, but now, oh, they're called cone scales? Oh, thank you. All right, see, this guy's a little bowed. See, he kind of goes, so I want this to be his front. And he's a different kind. So I'm really concentrating on just maybe the tips. And he feels really loose, loosey-goosey. And I think I could always add more white if once I get going here, and I think I need to have the beard to be a little whiter. But for now, I'm just doing the tips of these, what you call them? What you call scales? I mean, that looks pretty like that, really. This is the one my husband really likes. He's even a different color. He is pretty. Let's see if I put them. Trying to find the best side. Oh, look. The more I'm brushing, look, his seeds are coming out. They're almost like those little, what do we call those little whirligigs from the maple trees? That's what they remind me of. How about that? So if you go on the internet and you Google pine cone art, you'll see all different kinds of things you can do with pine cones. One is how you take like some of the center out, like just take a pair of your, say, your jewelry snips, like your little wire cutters, and cut some of that off, and they make these beautiful flowers, and then they paint them. I thought they might look cute on the cover of a journal. All right, so far so good. Yeah, we call them whirligigs, but yeah, they let you throw them up and they look like little helicopters. Yeah, you're exactly right. All right, let's shake this. Let's shake that out. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I might have to use my heat tool to dry those cones. But I think I want the bigger nose on this longer cone. He's got seeds coming out of him too. All right, so now a gnome, most of them have, you have, Peggy? Yeah, I thought they were pretty. I don't think I really have seen that before. And I saw a picture where it looked like it was a whole group, like a class full of people that were doing the same project. They had a piece of wood that they applied them to, and then they had a little piece of rope where they could hang it on the wall. And they were all different colors. They painted them. Each gal had, like, I guess, her own idea as far as decor or where she was going to hang it. And they were really pretty. Um, so a gnome generally has, his hat comes down low and you just kind of see his nose. So I'm going to use this bigger wooden button. I'm going to see if I can get it in there with my heat tool, not my heat tool, with my glue gun. And see if I can get, now let's see, I might need, let me get another glue stick and then I'll show you Peggy's tip because I always forget to do it. I believe I still have some glue sticks. Getting to be time to replenish my glue sticks. And I have the mini gun, so the little skinny ones. You put the hat on first? Oh, okay, Cal. I don't know if I have my phone out here, baby. I don't see it. I don't see my phone. I think I want the nose on first. Although, Joyce is making a good point. All right, let's do what Joyce suggests. All right. So Peggy says, put a little bit of glue on the tip of your glue stick and then put it in, and it attaches to the one that's getting too short. So then you always have that pressure. All right, so I'm using socks, little kids socks that I bought at the dollar store. And this is what I use to do my light bulb hats, for my light bulb ornaments. Now, I usually cut them and adjust them. All right, what does Debbie say? Pine cones, they do. Now, when I would do a light bulb, I would just a lot of times pull them on this way and then just kind of fiddle with it. So let's see if I can get it on without busting too much of the pine cone. Learning curve with everything, right? Oop. They are a little fragile. Now, this is a different kind of pine cone, really, than those other ones. So this one might be a little fiddly. Of course, I didn't clean the paint off of my finger, and now I've got it there. All right. So I want to sneak this under. That's a little crooked. See, I don't want it that way. I want it facing me. So I think I need to kind of zhuzh that in that way. All right, we're going to go for it and see. I have a feeling this is going to break. Whoops. Picked up a little paper. Whoops. They didn't want that there. A lot of whoopsies. I'm going to let that dry. And hopefully it's going to stick in there. Now let's see. These aren't super great colors, but I used to do my snowman light bulbs with all kinds of colors. Because, people like all different stuff. And, of course, some were traditional colored. So this guy's, got his whole back half of him is gone. So this is a bigger sock that I cut off. I'm going to use this. And I'm going to tuck some of this in. And hoping to cover that mess on the back as I continue to break off more scales. Kind of want the nose right in there, methinks. All right, I think nope, he's still in there pretty tight. I don't know if I got enough glue in that spot to get him in there good. The thing with hi Julie. The thing with the glue gun is you can fill in spots almost like a putty. What's Jacqueline talking about? Jacqueline's talking about December daily thing or something. Julie, your wedding pictures are beautiful. So beautiful. What a pretty bride. If nobody saw, you have to go on Facebook and find Julie. She had posted, oops, I didn't let that dry, her wedding pictures. She had an anniversary. No, I just didn't want to miss what you were saying, Jacqueline. She's always working on a project. She's got so many cute things going. All right, so let's see. This guy really had a lot of seeds. Whew, he's a flaking out. All right, so they're kind of looking like gnomes, huh? All right, let's see. I don't know this one. This guy seems really solid. Oh, this one too. Well, this one's looks like he's got a loose tooth down here. Look, it was all, can you see? Rotted. Rot from the center out. All right, let's try this one. Now, if you don't take those little spikes off, they're going to nail you. They just stabbed me. Now, the one difference between this and the light bulb. The light bulb is smooth, so it does, you don't have any friction when you're trying to pull the sock down. Now look, you could take a piece of felt or a piece of fabric and do a cone. You know, I have a hard time with that, trying to sew a cone and make like a cone hat. This was just always so much easier for me. Now, this guy's a short little guy, so let's see if I can get. Everybody's created different. So just pop that up. And I'm going to try to get my nose in here. Now, I don't know that a pom-pom would really give the same look, but it'd be a lot easier. I missed where I put my glue. I don't see my glue. Maybe I should pay a little more attention. And once they hang on a tree or a hook or whatever, they're not going to get knocked around too much, I don't think, right? Now, if you're sending them across the country to somebody, you may want to make sure your nose is in there a little better. I'm just loading this up with some hot glue behind that nose once that dries. All right, this guy, I didn't pull out a sock. I'm not going to worry about him. Now, what I want is some ribbon or some string, some thread. Not thread, but let's see if I can pull out something that might work. That might work. Gold. I don't want that color green. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Let me see if I can get in there. All right, that's different. And then somewhere, oh, there it is. I don't know if there's anything in. Whoops, sorry, I hit my light. I don't know. Let me see. I picked up. Anybody that knows me personally knows I always have like 3 or 4 different pairs of glasses on my head. Now, like with my light bulbs, I like to decorate the hats. And for me, they were snowmen. So let me just see if I have anything that, oh, I don't know, this is kind of big stuff. Well, that's a small one. This might work. Silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree. I don't know about that. I might have to pull out some buttons. I don't have, and hubby isn't home. He's so tall, I can put stuff, store stuff up high, and then I can get him to pull it down for me. Oops, wrong glasses. The gnomes I've seen, they don't have eyes. I guess you could give them eyes, but then to me, they kind of just look like little aliens, not gnomes. I don't know. That's just me. I know, right, Julie? Okay, so then what I would usually do is take some kind of ribbon, sometimes, double ribbon. I'm thinking I might double this because I like the pink and the green. And I'm going to cut off a portion. Gonks are gnomes with no eyes, silly cousins of gnomes. Well, I'm definitely not a gnome expert. Joyce said last year I crocheted a gnome every... That's cute, Joyce. Oh, I would love to see them. All right, let's see. Moving this down. All right, I'm taking this little green guy. And I just would fuss around with the hat and tie it somewhere. And then, well, actually, you know what I would do? Let's do it this way. I probably shouldn't have cut that. Let's take a piece of this crochet thread. We're supposed to get up to 80 this week. But I don't know. Look at my hands. So I just like to cinch the hat somewhere. I cinch it. I tie this as tight as I can. Right? And most times I would take that, I'll trim that off. But see, I like this ribbon. And I would do usually a couple of things. Let's see. Sometimes I like to make these double kind of bows. Because you get, well, like more bang for your buck. They look a little fuller than just a regular bow. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. Yeah, this one thumb, I can't get the old nail off. It fell off, and then I tried to get ready for the stream last, like Thursday, and I put too much glue on, and now I can't get it off. Oh yeah, Ange, what'd the doctor say? You went for your fingers. What's the dealio there? What are they going to do for you? Give us a little update. All right, so this isn't too bad. It's not cooperating especially. All right, I'm going to trim these. She says she's going to trim it. What did I do with my little skizzers? What did I do with my little... Come out, wherever you are. Candy corn, some candy corn. And greet the young lady who fell from a star. All right, so I'm going to pop a little glue. Hot glue right there. And I'm going to put that on his hat there. And I'm going to trim. I like to leave my ribbons a little longer than maybe some people. And then what I would do is I'll take a piece of like that crochet thread and put it through a needle and make a where I can hang it on the tray. And usually I will put something here. Oh, okay, Ange. I thought maybe they'd have to go in and maybe do something with your tendon or your muscle or something. Well, that's good. I would think your insurance, hopefully your insurance will. All right, so let me see. I have these things here. Maybe we need a little bubble. Well, I got pink in the ribbon, so maybe a pink one of these. This isn't real Christmas, but they don't have to be Christmas, right? So another spot of hot glue. Okay, sweetie. All right, so I think he looks cute. um, I don't know where I have all my glitzy Christmas stuff, so, but he could probably have a word or something on him too, right? He doesn't have to be. Oh, let's see. I don't know if I have anything here. See, this looks cute. This is a little rustic, like a all bent up tag. It might be a little big, but let's try. I'm going to just say joy. I still have some ink, I think, left on here. Should have probably done this before I glued. All right, let's really take it over the top. Let's take it over the top, people. I'm punching a hole. That's too big. Use a smaller end. And we'll take a little bit of that crochet thread that I pulled off. And we're going to make a little tag. Yeah, I asked my daughter a week or so ago to look at this product. Possibly what might be a good idea for my granddaughter. She still hasn't let me know. I mean, I got to start shopping soon. You could really put that anywhere, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. And again, this is just stuff that's in your stash. Now, you may not have the socks. I do because I was always making light bulbs. And then all I do is I'll take another piece of like baker's twine or some kind of twine that you would have, and then a big needled, like we would do to stitch our signatures in. And yeah, it's a little early, but Ron just told me he's going to start early because we're in this house tour. And the tour is December 7th. Well, he's got to be ready by then, you know? Oh, yeah, static. Oh, and sequenced. Oh, yeah. Oh, Peggy, that's a nightmare. So all I do is just thread a needle with some, twine. And then I go through the back of the hat, find a good spot, pull it through, and then just take my two ends and knot them. Now, depending on where you want to hang yours, depends on how long you want your thread. Oop, I didn't do that well, guys. Let's try that again. Yeah, I had other nails I was going to put on, but I really didn't like them on me, so I forgot I had these spookier ones. And the candy corn is from last year. And I didn't have enough of those to do a full set. Kel's out of here? Okay, honey, have fun. Talk to you later. All right, let's try this again. Try try to get that knot at the, boy, I'm just not, got it uneven. No, they look even. It's just being a stinker. There, I've got it. Okay. All right, so then you can have, now you want to put it, see, he's kind of hanging forward. So I really need to get my thread back in here. I'm back too far, so I have to do that again. But if you really don't like that knot there, if you pull this or make a little hole in your sock, you can pull that knot right into that sock where you won't see it. All right, so that's one gnome ready. Of course, this guy's kind of, he's all prickly. Now, sometimes what I would do is I would twist the sock and glue it like that. You could stuff the sock, put something in there if you think ahead, which I did not. And this guy, this has to come down a little further for me. Guys, this is so fun to do with light bulbs too. So I'm just kind of zhuzhing this. And then I just hot glue it where I want it. So I'm going to hot glue that here. And then wherever I need to adjust, I just add hot glue and stick it down. I love my hot glue, especially for this. Now this, look, I got a couple little Christmas trees. See, I'm not liking that base part. So I could stick that in there, maybe down here further. And then put some kind of a ribbon. Sometimes I cut the tree in half, like I give it, well, not in half, but I give it a haircut. Let's see if I have a pair of Timmy's scissors here. We'll give this a haircut. I love these bottle brush trees. Your birthday's 2 days after? Oh, Ange. My one aunt's birthday was the 23rd. That was bad enough. And this is on a wire, so you can bend these, right, to do what you want. Julie, yours is 2 weeks before. All right, so then we can take and maybe like make a little, this is kind of wide, but let's see how it looks. I'm okay with, like a lot of times, ribbons and stuff being like kind of big for the project, but I'm okay with that really. This ribbon's a little stiff. Let's see if we can make it work. Oh, really? That's something. I guess, did they plan that, Peg, or just happened that way? That's kind of something, isn't it? Cool. All right, so I'm going to angle this a little bit. This ribbon's really stiff, which is kind of fun because you can form it, you know, kismet. That's something. That's something. That's something. Yeah, see, this is kind of big, but I like it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm just adding more glue here. Hey, listen, buttons from your stash, they look great on stuff like this. Leave the little strings. That's kind of big, but I like it. So we're just going to do it. All right, so now he should be easier to put a string on because you can even use ribbon. You know, if you don't have any crochet thread or baker's twine, you can use ribbon, really. I've pulled ribbon through socks before and use that to make a little hanger for your ornament. I got the wrong glasses on to thread this needle. So nobody, at least I didn't see it about making the yogurt. I'll have to check with the girl I got the recipe from online. I would think she'd get back to me. I know she said when it's finished, if it separates. But I don't know if you're supposed to stir it while it's fermenting. You know what I mean? I'm going to find a recipe to do my Instant Pot because then my husband said, well, how long is it supposed to go? And I said, well, she said her sweet spot was 48 hours. It's only been over a little 12 for me. And we're moving the yogurt all over the house so it gets, stays in a warm spot. All right, so I'm just putting this thread through the top of his hat. Let's see. Oh, that hangs a little better. Alrighty. Now, this was really long. Whoop. Wait a minute. No. Okay. I was talking to a gal at church today, and she said when her kids were younger, they didn't have a whole lot of money, but she wanted to do something special for them to make Christmas, fun. Of course, that was before the elf became popular. So she had an angel that was part of a stuffed nativity that the kids could play with the nativity. And she used the angel and made an envelope for every day, I guess during Advent. And attached to it was not only where to find the angel, but a family activity like making cookies or, going ice skating or whatever stuff they could do around town that was inexpensive. I thought that was a cute idea. So you can't really see that guy's nose because of where I put the. So he's the second one. And then this is the other guy. This guy, he's really. See, now that's the heel of the sock. So I generally would, glue that or address that somehow. All right, so I think this has to come down a little bit more. Now, like I said, these socks may not be the best way to go, but it certainly is easy. Yeah, I thought it was a great idea too, Peggy. I wish I had been that clever when my kids were young. Ron and I just watched a movie, and it was kind of similar in that this girl was visiting her family for the holidays, and they used their family's last name, and they called it say it would be the Chamberlain's Christmas Olympics Challenge or whatever. And they had this big wheel where they would spin, and each day it would land on something that they had to do, whether it was making cookies or they might go outside and do football or, different stuff like that. I thought that would be fun. So he looks cute like that, right? So I'm going to glue this. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Jacqueline. Jacqueline has lots of good ideas. Her and Peggy. Good idea, girls. Yeah, you could put them. Ooh, gonks. Am I saying it right? Gonks, garlands. Yeah, that would be cute. He's kind of cute, this guy. Somewhere I have the little plastic stars and stuff for Christmas, but I've been using a lot of my Christmas stuff to make Christmas flow journals, they're just loaded with supplies. So a lot of that is just not, where I can get it at this moment. This moment in time. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I have a big button. Oh, wait a minute. What's over here? I got stuff sitting all over my desk. There's an old earring. I like these flat backs. Let's see. Now that's just simple. Oh, I got something all over this flat back. Stain. It looks like some kind of stain. Could it be? How about a little piece of, where did I throw that? Little piece of cheesecloth. But you could pull out and cut apart some of your doilies, your linens, or you can decorate them anyway you want. There's Janice. Hi. Eagle 7 new. What do they call it in football? Quarter. What quarter? What quarter? If you don't mind me asking. All right, let's see. Hi, Janice. All right, let's go there. I'm like so over New York, I can't even tell you. You can imagine why. All right, let's put that in there. Second just started. Okay, thank you. There we go. Look how good my new camera focuses on that. All right, so I think that's it for me. That's 2 hours. Okay. Woo. I think they're from Jacqueline. Rusted pins. All right, so these are the pine cone gnomes. We got this guy. I'll have to put a string on him. This guy. Thanks, Peggy. And this little guy. Okay, Ange. Ange, did you give us the menu? I missed it. And then earlier I did a little goodie envelope. This one I did yesterday on my own, and this one we did together today. So again, if you have any questions or if I can help you with anything, please let me know. Leave a comment. If you're new or you just found my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. And any likes are always appreciated. They say it helps the algorithm. I guess we have to believe them because I surely don't know. But if you try any of these things, I would love to know. Kel sent me a picture, but unfortunately, I did not bring my phone out today, so I can't show you the spoons. Maybe she'll post them somewhere. I'm trying to get her to use Instagram to post stuff. So enjoy the rest of your day. Got a new week starting, so take care of yourselves, all right? Encourage one another. And if you're of the mind to, pray for and think on each other. I know Maria will be on later today. It's Sunday. So, yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I love spending time with you all. Don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.